Hi, I am Ronnie Rashida, and this is Would You Marry You Wednesday. So I got a lot of great response from last week's post about who are you and the who are you list. I love it. I love how people really dove in and energized some people. And so now we're on the tails of that. I want you to consider, what do you want? So we do a thing in our community. Sometimes we will plan out our careers, but we don't plan out our life. We will give everything and go fiercely for our careers, education, and everything that's going to lead it up to that, but not the rest of the life. So what I want you to do, and what I challenge you to do this week, is make a list. Of course, you know I love lists. But make a list of, what do you want? So this is going to kind of be like a layered list. Yes, I will allow you to make a list about what you want in your career and what you want out of your education. That's fine. If that's where you are, especially if you have everything else. You know what? No, we're going to do this. If you have up to this point given all the energy to your career and your education, I want you to make a list about what you want outside of that. What else? Do you want to travel? What does that look like to you? Do you want a family? What does that look like to you? Do you want, and when I say family, that, again, what does that look like to you? Is that a family of your own, as far as you want a husband and kids? You just want a husband? You want close friends? Like, what does that, like, family look like? And I'm not talking about, oh, I'm this age and this is about what I can do now. I'm talking about, like, what do you want? I want to challenge you to really dig deep on this. If you have focused on your family life and some of the other elements of what you want out of life now up to this point, then I want you to focus on, what else do you want? So let's take, for example, for me, I went this route. I had my master's degree by 23 years old. By 25, I was working in my field, but I'm going to say 26. I was working in my field of studies, which was public relations, but I knew I wanted a family. For me, having a family was way more important than becoming a publicist, even though I enjoyed it, but I really, really wanted a family. So now that I have that, and I'm very, very happy in my family life, now I am on that other part of what I want. So for those of you who have focused on that first, now what else do you want? Like, I want to be a writer. Like, oh my God, I want to write. I want to write everything. I want to write something that will inspire and encourage someone. I mean, I don't even gotta sell books or, anyone, if one person reads my blog, then I'm going to be like super excited. I just want to write. Like, I want to travel, right? And the traveling with me, it looks like, I'm traveling with my family, showing my kids the world, like teaching them and learning myself. Because I didn't have that, I didn't have, matter of fact, I've never even been to some places here in the country that I think are amazing and I'd love to go to. I've been to a lot of places in the country, but, outside of the country would be amazing, but I also want to travel the United States. There are some amazing wonders in the United States. We've been traveling Georgia, and there are some beautiful places in Georgia, and I just want to see things. I want to see what's out there. What do you want? What do you want? Not what do people want for you? Because I spent a small amount of time doing what people wanted me to do and trying to live up to the expectations that were set for me before I knew what I wanted. And initially, I was worried about disappointing people. It was people, and those people being my parents, my friends. You know, people were just expecting things of me, you know, like a greatness from me that was their definition of greatness, not my definition of greatness. Like, I am great right now. I am bomb. I'm like the best mom. You know, I'm working on being the best wife. I'm working on it. But I'm working on being the best mom. Like, you know, it's all on the job training. But the truth is, I am happy in it. And I'm glad that I went for what I wanted and not the expectation. Because a lot of people just expected me to go like this, the career route that was the definition of like great, you know. Hell, I did hair for 13 years. Loved it. Loved being on my own schedule. The freedom, the money. Fast, quick, in hand every time I went to work. You know, I'm not gonna front. I love that. The clients, the people, you know. You have to carve out your own definition of happiness, because ultimately that's probably gonna be the answer for people. I want to be happy. And that's what I started with when I was in my 20s. I want to be happy. What did happiness look like? So I want you to, when you say, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want to be happy? And if you want to be happy, what does that look like? Do you want a new job? If you want a new job, what does that look like? If you want children, okay, you want to have children, what does that look like? You want to get married, what does that look like? And then let's think of the steps that it takes to get that. Let's start planning that out. Like you planned out that degree. Like you planned out that position. And if you don't have the degree and the position and that's what you want, then start planning that out like you planned out the things that you do have. Let's do it. Okay? So I'm not going to see you guys again before the election. So I'm going to take a moment and encourage everyone, if you have not already, to please go out there and vote. Right now, we are literally setting the active blocks. These are blocks that we can actually like foresee, blocks for our children's children right now. So I encourage you to vote and be a part of the change you want to see. So until next Wednesday, what do you want? What does that look like?